everyone. We have Jack Colletto. We're going to start it off. When you're ready to ask your first question.
Jack, what are your emotions from the season come to an end tonight?
Well, I mean, it's definitely disappointing. It was a long journey and a long road, but I'm just really thankful for all the seniors, some of the guys who aren't coming back, all the work they've put in and what they've done to help this program. And for me as a player, I mean, we definitely got a lot of experience. We were one of the only teams to play all of our games. Nothing got canceled. Just a lot of work to do this off season to come back and improve and be better next year.
Jack, what does it mean to you, the contributions that you've been able to make on offense this year?
I mean, it's definitely really fun. I mean, coming into the season, I've talked with Coach Smith. It's like, I definitely like being out on the field more than I like watching the game. And, I told him I'm willing to do whatever I can possible to help the team. And when I was playing quarterback, that was an effective package. So we just stuck with it, expanded a little bit. I was able to get bigger and stronger. And, it's been a very successful package these last few weeks.
Jack, what do you think Arizona State did on offense that kind of made them so tough to stop in their run game tonight?
Well, I think they definitely did a good job mixing things up and doing some things that we didn't necessarily expect. Since their tight ends were down, they started spreading things out a little more and keeping us off balance. And yeah, you just got to tip your hat off to them. It sucks to lose, but a lot to learn from watching the tape.
Jack, you touched on it a little bit, but just this season is so different than any that you guys have played before, hopefully that you'll ever play again. When you reflect on what this team went through this year to get to this point, what do you think you'll remember most?
Definitely just dealing with adversity and uncertainty. And that's definitely a big thing that I've tried to focus on this offseason, is just being able to grow as an individual and focus a lot on personal growth and just all that stuff. And I think a lot of that has definitely helped me through a lot of these times, people opting out for COVID reasons, sometimes not even knowing if you're going to play because of all the COVID issues going on. And I think that says a lot about the people in the locker room right now and everything they've done. And they just kept fighting and kept pushing just for really the love of the game, honestly. And I just appreciate everybody in that locker room.
Jack, the record's going to say you guys were 2-5. Did you feel like as a team, you guys took a step forward this season?
I absolutely felt we did, because I mean, last year we were competitive in a lot of games, but this was really the first year every single game has gone down to the wire pretty much. And 2-5, although that's our record right now, and it's, it sucks that that's our record. It could have easily been 3 more wins just if we were able to change a few plays. And that's the positive thing. I mean, we're so close. And if we can just put together a really good offseason and come ready to play next year, I think the results are going to be a lot different.
Jack, like you said, you guys have played so many games, and a play here, a play there changes, the trajectory of your season. That wasn't the case tonight. There was turnovers and more mistakes than we've seen from you guys all year. What do you attribute that to tonight?
I mean, usually since this is our place and we always practice in the rain, being able to create takeaways was something that I think was going to be a huge turning point in this game. And I felt like, honestly, we should have probably taken more advantage of that, because we didn't win the turnover game, and it's hard to win ball games against good teams like ASU if you're not winning the turnover battle. So I feel like if we just, I don't know. I mean, we do focus on takeaways a lot, but maybe just put more of an emphasis on it, because I felt like if we were able to take the ball away on defense, the outcome would have been different.
Any other questions? Okay, we have Chance Nolan. Go ahead and ask your first question, please.
Chance, what are your emotions from this season being over? Do you feel like you guys got a lot out of it?
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely I'm a little disappointed just how, things kind of ended with us. I thought we left a lot of things out there, but no, I mean, there is definitely a lot of positives we can take from this, this season. And I think, our guys, they battled to the end, and I can't say enough about the fight and the effort that they put in all year long, just with the uncertainty of the 2020 season and everything that all the guys have done, stepping up and making plays. And it's been a wild ride.
You guys are usually so solid and sound, and obviously all of your games have been close until tonight. You were a little sloppy tonight. Why do you think that was?
I think just some of the minor details that I think it happened everywhere. There was a lot of players that, there's some things that could have, happened that we didn't, do what we were supposed to do, or, maybe there was a read that I threw a pick on there was a post safety, and I should have seen that and not thrown that pick. I mean, that was a big play. I think that's a big turning point in the game. So, there's just a lot of things that I think went into it. It was rainy out there, and I know we should be used to the rain because we practice in it all the time, but we just got to be a little better with our ball security in some situations and tucking that thing away. But I mean, I think they got the better of us in that turnover margin today.
Chance, I know you guys are here to play football and you have fun playing it, but are you a little bit relieved that the season's over now, or how do you feel about the season being over? Is it just a relief, or do you wish you keep playing, or?
I mean, I wish we had another one, to be honest with you, sir. I'm a person that loves football. I love to get out there and compete and go smack people around and just go play football. So I wish we had another game. But I know it's been a wild season, and I know there's a lot of people are kind of probably good that the season came to an end, because there's just been so much efforts by everybody putting into the time and the COVID testing every morning and things like that. So I think I think there's a lot of people that are kind of glad we kind of got a break from this, and then we can come back and reload and hit it hard in the spring.
Can you kind of put into words just how much of a grind this season was compared to just a normal season when you guys just have to worry about playing football?
Yeah, I mean, you're waking up every morning 6:30 to go get tested for coronavirus. So, I mean, there's just a lot of things that go into it, not being able to, maybe see as much people around town, or just being able to go out and just the whole experience of college. I mean, this was my first year being in college, and the whole experience of, no fans and things like that. So it was just a little different, but I mean, it's still football. You get out there, there's 11 players on the field, and it's football, and so.
Do you guys have a certain sense of pride, or I don't know what you want to describe it, that you were able to play all of your games? Obviously, so many teams across the country have missed so many games. Is it you considered an accomplishment?
I'd say we're blessed too. I think to be able to play all 7 games, to have 7 opportunities, to go out there and compete. I think we were blessed, because there's some teams that I think ASU was 1-2, played 3 games before us. So, I mean, that was a blessing just to be able to get out there, and a lot of guys got experience. I got experience with a bunch of young players that got a big time minutes, and it's been good to just see them, grow as players and be able to take this thing to the next level next year.
Everybody good? Great. Thanks, John.
Yep. Thank you.
You good to go? Okay. Let me start with kind of what I told the team after the game, and really just talked about the appreciation I have for their efforts for the last few months of this unusual season, and all the, extra effort that took place throughout the last few months, and allowed us to play 7 games. We've learned a ton about this team. I think we've grown, got some things to improve on, to address the seniors as well. The appreciation I have for them. No one's really flat out decided which way, all of them got a year to come back, but there's definitely going to be some guys that go, and they put a lot into this program and been through a lot, some ups and downs, coaching changes, and bumps and bruises. It's been a solid group. I will say, and walking around the locker room trying to find all the seniors, it went pretty quick, because we don't have a bunch of them. And that's why I'm back to being excited about this roster moving forward. Again, I go back to learning about some guys, getting some reps, and their opportunity to improve. Talk about this game. We approached it. We wanted to have fun this week. We wanted to err on the side of aggression this week. So we had a few more trick plays in the plan, extended the Colletto plan, which actually worked out pretty well. A couple of trick plays worked, a couple of them did not. Same thing when we tried a fake punt and a bunt kick to steal a possession. We were going to leave it all out there. And so we went in with that kind of mindset. I think we played with effort. We didn't win the turnover battle, had some sloppy play at times. Anytime a team rushes for the amount they did, it's going to be uphill and whatnot. But again, I go back to just really proud of the group for getting 7 straight games in. I think we've grown as a program. I think we got some real momentum moving forward. And obviously we'd love to have finished better, but we didn't. But we got a great group of kids in there. Questions?
Hey, Jonathan, I think it was Jack Colletto said that it didn't feel like a 2-5 season. Felt that this could have been a lot better in the record department. It felt good, even though you didn't get all those wins, but so many close games. Do you feel the same way?
There's a lot of woulda, coulda, shoulda. And yeah, we want to win more games than two in a season. I think our guys love competing, and we got 7 opportunities to compete. I mean, even in some of these tight losses, addressing the team on Sundays, it's tough to lose by 3 points to Stanford, but really enjoying those 60 minutes. I mean, that's what we signed up for. We like to go to battle like that, and these guys gave it their all. And so from that mantra, no, I don't think it felt disappointing or a drag. I think these guys have appreciated and enjoyed the opportunities to compete.
How close do you think this program is to turning that corner and having a winning season or an exceptional season?
Yeah, I think we're close. We are, but I know every season's new. I mean, we're going to have to go back to work. Look, these guys deserve a deep breath, spend some time with the family, get into the holiday season, take a few weeks off here. But I'm pretty confident with the culture we've created around here that we're ready to go back to work starting late January, early February, get ready for some spring ball. If we go back and work this way, I'm pretty optimistic about the next season and what we can do.
Jonathan, has the emotion hit you yet that the season's over?
I don't think yet. I mean, maybe once I say goodbye to you guys, I'll feel a little bit better. The season's over.
Why do you think you guys were so sloppy tonight, Coach?
I think the elements a little bit. I think we got a couple of players down that, we got some other guys that haven't played as much. I think anytime you're going to take some chances in a poor weather game, it tends to go that way. And when you say sloppy, I'm thinking about the turnovers. We got a couple missed assignments defensively where they're ripping off 50-yard runs. And I go back to, again, we got some other guys running out there, missing a few pieces.
When you walked around the locker room and we're seeing guys, was there a feeling of disappointment, or was it more relief, or just they're just glad they got this season in? What was your thoughts when you walked around?
Definite disappointment. Anytime these guys go out and play, we had some chances to get back in the game and whatnot. I do think there's a sense of like we got through this season, we've improved, but they are ready for a break, which I think they've deserved.
Yeah, between all the injuries you guys had and then just the emotional stress of testing every week and all that, just how much of a marathon did this feel like by the end?
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of effort. Not only these players put a ton in, but the people around them as well, starting from the top of the program. I mean, from Scott Barnes, Doug Ackerman, protocols in place, Steve Gall, our trainer, Lightning and Arnold and the equipment staff. I mean, everybody put so much to make this season happen. And I think everybody's feeling that it was an accomplishment to play 7. I know we've grown because not just playing 7 games, but we've got 7 weeks of practice. We missed spring ball in the spring. We gained 7 weeks of practice that's only going to benefit us next year.
When do you start talking to the seniors about what they're planning on doing?
A couple of them, last day or two, we will sit down with most of them tomorrow and Monday and kind of see where things lay with them.
Coach, when you start to reflect on this season, maybe in the next week or so, what do you think will stand out most? What will you most remember this for?
I'll remember that, just learning about our group and that, we've got a lot of guys in this program that have another year or 2 or 3 that I'm really optimistic about. I think we've, made progression depth at a lot of spots. I mean, thinking about our quarterback situation, Tristan comes out and starts playing really well. Unfortunate injury. I think Chance stepped in and proved his play. We got a couple quarterbacks that can win us some games, and look out for Ben. Now, Ben comes in for his first opportunity, goes down and gets a touchdown pass as a true freshman. He'll be a true freshman in the fall. So I think we just learned that we've got some depth and we've got an opportunity to build on that.
Coach, you talked a little bit about the Colletto plan. Can you talk a little bit more about what Jack brought to you all over the field, but particularly on offense?
Yeah, I think, again, it brings the energy to our offense. Feel confident with it when he starts running on the field. I know the O-line and that group gets excited about it. Thought we did a good job of expanding that package so we're not running the same play over and over. We got different run fits thrown at him, and it turned into some creases for Jack.
Coach, what's Ham's injury?
I think it's just an ankle. This is my early report, nothing major. Merry Christmas, guys.